guys, welcome to Punky's World. This is going to be wrestling news and a bit of a rant. Not a rant against any company or any particular wrestler. It was about a video, actually 2 videos I saw on YouTube. There was so much BS that I have to rant about it. But before we get there, let's run down a little of the news. Tough Enough winner Sarah Lee, real name Sarah Weston, passed away suddenly at the gym on Thursday at the age of just 30. She leaves 3 children. That is just awful. I don't know what WWE is thinking, but they let Nigel McGuinness go. Nigel McGuinness. If you're a wrestling fan, you know that Nigel McGuinness is an English legend, alongside guys like Doug Williams. Guys that truly brought English wrestling to this country, along with Steven Regal, and truly were among the top guys in the UK, and were incredible. Now, he wasn't an in-ring performer, he was a commentator. However, Nigel McGuinness, his, knowledge base is absolutely freaking incredible. So for you to get rid of him because you're shaking up the commentary tables, I'm sorry, that's a bad idea. That a guy with so much knowledge. And you have some commentators that don't know their ass from their elbow when it comes to wrestling holds. I'm sorry. Where did they dig up this Pat McAfee from? Can they put him back there? Just my opinion. There's a couple of guys I feel that way about. So hopefully, Tony Khan will find a place for him, either in his Ring of Honor section or his AEW section, whichever. You know, he's going to need someone to sit with Ian Riccaboni, who he's agreed to have lead his Ring of Honor commentary team, which I think is a great choice, by the way. Ian's an amazing commentator. So I agree with that choice completely. And I think Nigel sitting next to him would be phenomenal. I also think it's very telling that WWE isn't using AJ Styles at this pay-per-view. And it would be interesting to see if he shows up at Survivor Series. I'll get to that one last. Don't forget that Extreme Rules is coming Sunday. WWE is bringing War Games back as part of Survivor Series. They're going to a more traditional Survivor Series type event from what I can see, and having 2 War Games matches. I would presume a Raw and a SmackDown. This could go one of 2 ways. This could go horribly, horribly wrong, or it could be freaking incredible. I don't want to say anxious, but I'm very, very interested to see which way it goes. Because I know Triple H had wanted to bring War Games back, and Vince kiboshed it. And when he was given NXT several years ago, he did bring War Games back in NXT, and I guess it was a pretty good hit. That's my neighbor's muscle car. So we'll see what happens. The biggest wrestling news for last. Frankie Kazarian has become the new 6-time TNA X Division champion of the world. Yay! Oops. See picture. Which I have to know. Okay. I'm very, very, very happy. I came home last night when I was putting up those videos. I took a look, and he had already won. And yeah. So, and my addiction fan site is already updated with that information. Yahoo, and a picture. Now for my YouTube rant. I'm not happy. Okay, there are two videos from the same channel. One is WWE superstars and their daughters, and one is WWE superstars and their sons. Well, it's WWE superstars from like the 80s and 90s, and they're now grown children, females and their sons, males and their daughters. Yeah, except that it was a bunch of BS. Okay, let me explain. In this world thinks that Rhea Ripley is Viscera, aka Mabel, aka King Mabel's daughter. This is a black dude from New York. She's a white girl from Adelaide, South Australia. Come on, folks. You can do better than that. Who thinks Drew McIntyre is Velvet McIntyre's kid? And that's not even, first of all, his name. His name is Drew Galloway. She's from Dublin, Ireland. He is from Scotland. Those of you unfamiliar, that is a huge difference. It'd be one thing if she was from Belfast. At least she would be Scottish. In Northern Ireland, they are predominantly Scottish. They're Protestant. In Southern Ireland, they are Irish and they are Catholic. I mean, this robot, she sounded like a robot, but she sounded Asian at the same time. Couldn't pronounce anything. I'm pretty sure it was a computer-generated voice that was trying to sound Japanese. I don't know. Said, how did she put it? That, the Velvet McIntyre had a son, and she was wrestling, so the son's father took him away from her, and then they reunited in a match as a tag team. Where in the hell did they get that kayfabe baloney? Seriously, total kayfabe BS. Never happened. First of all, do the math. Drew McIntyre / Galloway was born in 1985. Velvet McIntyre retired from wrestling in 1998 after learning she was expecting twins. Sorry, that math does not add up. Because I did my homework. That these people obviously clearly did not do before they put this video together. I didn't even look at the comments. Trying to think of what other utterly ridiculous ones. I can't even think of, I mean, and they tried to say that a couple of girls were wrestlers who are not. And it was funny. They get to Roddy Piper's daughter, right? And they talk about her modeling and her singing and her acting. Never once mentioned the fact that she's now a wrestler. Even though they said some daughters were wrestlers that aren't. Which is ridiculous. me anyway. So both videos were just a freaking ever-loving disaster. I don't even know the name of the channel because the whole thing was absurd to me. Just absurd. I mean, really? And they start saying what they're known for. And like, they're known for WWE? Really? Except they've never been there? I mean, it was insane. The Suns were just funny. Oh, and they talked about what is it? Oh, Shawn Michaels. They talk about his daughter. His daughter has absolutely nothing to do with wrestling. And they said that she was one of two daughters of Shawn Michaels and Rebecca Kersey. Oh my God. No, you're wrong. Again, Shawn and Rebecca have a son, Cameron, and a daughter, Cheyenne. Cameron's 22, and they said Cheyenne was 17, but if that sounds somewhere about right, hold on. Hey guys, I'm back. That was my auntie. As I was saying, those videos were so full of baloney, misinformation, kayfabe BS. It was just ridiculous. Absurd. And you know, you talk about wrestlers' daughters, and you're talking about wrestlers' daughters, male wrestlers' daughters who want to get into the business or who are starting to train, and you don't mention the top guy in the world, the guy that's running the World Wrestling Entertainment, what the hell it's called now. I almost said World Wrestling Federation. Triple H. His oldest daughter, Aurora, is in her teens and already training. She wants to wrestle. It'll be interesting to see what comes of that. As far as her abilities, if she has her father's athletic ability and her mother's mouth, she'll do just fine. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. I actually like Stephanie. And for some reason, I absolutely adore Shane. I don't know what it is, but I've always adored Shane. I don't know why. But anyway, I don't know if either of his boys will ever get involved in the industry, but and I think it's funny how they don't talk about wrestlers' sons who are actually quite athletic, who have the potential, if they chose to be great wrestlers. Like, oh, I don't know, AJ Styles' son, AJ? That kid's a born athlete. Right now, he's a star baseball player, but he could easily become a wrestler. Easily. And I'm not going to be surprised one little bit if his father doesn't train him when he goes to college. Because he's already said, my kids are going to college first. And that may change when AJ graduates next year. Because he's graduating this coming year. 2024, he's graduating. So I won't be surprised to see him wrestle. Not at all. I would be much more surprised to see Christopher Daniels' son wrestle. I don't think, but he's never really talked about his son in any sports sort of way. So I'm not sure that his son is into that, you know. I know he's into video games and stuff, but you can be into sports too. But he's never talked about his son as an athlete, you know. His daughter's a dancer. She's in college. She's studying acting, dancing, no, the arts. It wouldn't surprise me if Jerica ended up wrestling. And she has a perfect first name for it. I mean, just go by Jerica Daniels. You know? That would not surprise me. Given her entertainment background, you know, dancing, acting, all of that, that would not surprise me one little bit. It would probably surprise him, but maybe frighten him a little bit. But you can bet Daddy can get, ooh, I kicked it, sorry, by her side. But I don't see Joshua doing it because I don't see Joshua, like I said, I could be wrong. He could be a great athlete. But I've never heard Daniels talk about him as an athlete. The way he talks about his daughter as a dancer and as a performer. So I just see, and I believe she went to high school for the performing arts as well. So that would make perfect sense to me. Excuse me. And you talk about wrestlers' sons and you don't even mention Roddy's son, Colt, who, by the way, is an excellent wrestler. MMA star, whole 9 yards. Don't even mention him. But yeah, you could mention the ones that actually have a shot. There was another one I was thinking of. Oh, well, I just have a sneaking suspicion that in about 10 years we're going to be seeing another little Kazarian in the ring, and that would be Rebel. So I have a feeling that that is a huge possibility. He also is a big baseball star at the moment. But these 10, wow, that's hard to believe. They've been married 12 years. Holy creeping crap. Anyway, so yeah, I can totally see that. I mean, he adores and worships his dad and his mom, both great wrestlers. I can't see him not succeeding if he chose to. Because he would get the athletic ability from both parents. He would get just awesome training from both parents. I just can't see it not working if he chose in about 10 years when he's about 20. So I can see it. I'm trying to think. There are others I can see. And they talk about The Undertaker. They talk about his daughter, but they never mention his son. That's so funny. They talk about his older daughter. His daughter with Sarah, and not his son. He was with Jody, by the way, his first wife. I think the only one of his kids, and I think he's actually said it, that might get in the ring is his youngest daughter. And he's talked about that. Not his older daughter. He's talking about the fact that his youngest daughter wants to be in the ring. And his youngest daughter is not only his, but she belongs to Michelle McCool. A freaking Hall of Famer. Well, will be a Hall of Famer as far as I'm concerned. Should be. So she would have both of her parents phenomenal wrestlers. So, it's my opinion. I'm sorry if you hear my neighbors. I have the door open because I have that screen out. It's incredible. So yeah, you have to really think about it when you do a video like that, and you have to do your freaking research. I don't know where you get some of this. Rhea Ripley and Viscera. Okay. And that's the picture up as the thumbnail. Is Rhea Ripley and Viscera with an arrow pointing to him and another arrow pointing to her that says father and daughter. I thought this was just a dumb thumbnail, you know what I mean? Because I knew better. It made no sense. So, I just thought it was a dumb thumbnail. Sometimes they'll do thumbnails as like a clickbait thumbnail. And you'll notice that my thumbnails are either a picture I take or some picture that I find that represents what the video is about. Thumbnail on this one's going to be Frankie. With that belt, you can bet. It makes zero sense to me. And anybody who's a wrestling fan knows. And the whole Velvet McIntyre thing, oh boy. We need to go back to, about 3rd grade and learn math to figure out that that was incredibly incorrect. Not to mention the fact that Drew McIntyre's name is not McIntyre. And I think everyone knows that. So yeah. Oh, and I just remembered the name of Leilani Kai's partner against the Jumping Bomb Angels, Judy Martin. And there was Peggy Lee Leather. They had a lot of great ladies in the WWEF in the 80s. But anyway, and they all need to be in the Hall of Fame already. You know, they're putting all these women that were there in the 90s and early 2000s in the Hall of Fame. Hello. What happened to Judy Martin, Leilani Kai, Peggy Lee Leather, Velvet McIntyre? I don't know what that was about. Will you let me see? What was that about? That was a test. Oh, congratulating me on Frankie winning. My friend was saying woo-hoo, even though she could care less about Frankie winning. She knows nothing about wrestling, doesn't want to, quite frankly. Pineapple juice. As I said, big Starbucks cup with ice. Like I said, just near my neighbors, whatever. So, anyway, I'm excited to watch Extreme Rules. I didn't get to see Bound for Glory, but hopefully I'll get to see the match. I know Frankie used a submission, which is a little out of Frankie's wheelhouse, but I wasn't necessarily surprised. I mean, he's tagged with Christopher Daniels for the last close to 20 years. Some of that should rub off. So, yeah. I'm sure that CD is absolutely thrilled for Frankie. Excuse me. So, I'm going to go take a walk. Once I get this one in editing and I get genealogy video up, the genealogy video made, that's my plan. And in a couple of hours, we will finish the first video we started, show you the end result. We are in the oven at 375 degrees. That's generally a meat cooking temperature. Most baked goods want about a 350. Sometimes up to a 400, depending on what you're baking. But And don't forget, upcoming, okay, next month, at the end of the month, not only will I have a Thanksgiving vlog, because I'm going to make my own Thanksgiving meal, even though I'm probably going somewhere. Because I have that turkey breast that apparently cooks right in its own package. I'm interested to see how that comes out. I have cranberry sauce. I have honey's instant potatoes. I have some butternut squash in the freezer. I can make myself a meal. And we will do that together. Probably a week or so before. Because when I come home, chances I'm going to Diane's for Thanksgiving. When I come home, I'll be bringing home food. So, and I'll show you that when I come home. I will try to vlog a little bit while I'm there. Probably mostly again in the toy room. Just so I don't freak anybody out. But on my phone, like I did last time. So, it will be fun. So we'll have sort of a double Thanksgiving, because we'll have the Thanksgiving dinner that I'm going to make here for me about a week before Thanksgiving, and then we'll have Thanksgiving at Diane's. So we'll deal with that. And of course, I have my aunt's birthday party coming up right after Thanksgiving. I'll probably bring stuff home from that too. I'm making fudge for that. We'll do that the night before. We'll also pick out an outfit at the same time. After we mix up the fudge, get it out of the pan into the aluminum pan, which I love, has a lid. We will pick out an outfit for that. So that'll be fun. And of course, we will have Christmas. I'll figure out something. I know I'm going to do a Christmas haul video. And I'll show you all my Christmas presents. I don't expect much. I know I'm at least getting a gift card to Barnes & Noble. I don't know if the girls are giving me anything or not, and it's fine if they don't. I know my friend Dawn is, so that'd be interesting. That would be about a week before Christmas. So we'll do that separately from being at Diane's. And again, at Diane's on Christmas, I will vlog in the toy room. Maybe just show off that stuff right in the toy room, you know. Because it isn't going to be much, and that's fine. I just want to be with my chosen family. Which is both of those. So, I am going to this is so stinking good. End the vlog here. And let you know that upcoming is our genealogy vlog. I have 12 different completely free resources. A couple offline and one online. Yeah, a couple offline and all the rest are online. So, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go get this one in editing and do the genealogy video. I hope that you will keep joining me. Tell your friends, share the videos. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.